students, it's Miss O'Connor here. I found myself a willow bush in the back alley of my house, and I can see that pussy willows are starting to come out. And today we're going to be making our own charcoal with pieces of willow that you can collect anywhere. It's usually on the side of a highway, or it might be in your backyard growing, or in the woods. And if you just clip off some pieces, bring them in the house and let them dry out for a couple days, they're ready to make into charcoal. I'm going to show you that. I collected some willow sticks. I cut them myself and I dried them out, and now I'm going to wrap them in tin foil. I'm just going to fold it over and make sure that I just double fold the edge. I'm going to wrap it up nice and tight, and I'm going to put it in my fire in the coal over here. And you can see I've already got a couple of the packs ready, already started here. So I'm just going to cover it up with coals. You don't want to put it in the direct flame because then it'll just burn up to nothing. We actually want it to turn into charcoal that we can do drawings with. That's it on the fire. And I waited for it to cool, and now look at what it looks like. It still looks like a stick. Okay, I'm out on my picnic table. I'm going to review how to wrap your tin foil around your dried willow sticks. So you got to make sure that they're wrapped around a couple times, fold over the edges, fold the ends, and then you're going to put it in the coals with your parents or an adult helping out, putting it not in the flames so they don't burn away, and leaving them under the coals for 20 minutes or half an hour, up to an hour, depending on how hot it is. And I'm going to start a drawing now with my charcoal. And I have some really nice natural objects I've collected. This beautiful piece of driftwood here. I'm going to arrange it and make a composition with my found natural materials. Looks like a moose spine bone there. Another kind of bone. Here I've got an interesting rock. Looks like it's got this really neat hole in the top and the bottom. So it could have been made for starting a fire. And a beautiful feather. I think it comes from a hawk. A nice, interesting rock and a shell. Really like the shells because they have nice texture. So I'm going to start with my feather. I'm going to draw the main line in the center of the feather. It's a curved line. I'm going to check my charcoal here. I think I might get a different piece that's a bit darker. Some of them weren't cooked enough, so you can test out which one works best for you. The next thing I'm going to do is just really observe the direction of the little lines coming out from the center of your feather, and try to make all my little lines going the exact way from the center. And there's some curvy, wispy hairs coming out. I'm going to draw some wavy lines, always emphasizing the center. And now I'm doing some contour lines around the outside edge to show the whole shape of the feather. And charcoal is really nice because it smudges nicely, and you can get some gray shades. Now I'm going to look at the composition. I'm going to look at the spaces in between all my objects. I'm going to add in the piece of driftwood by drawing the curved line and then adding another line to it to do the outside edge. I'm always watching with my eye to see what direction it is and looking at the spaces in between the objects, and that space is called the negative space, and they're interesting shapes too. I'm going to add in some details inside, some of the cracked lines that really emphasize the shape of that burl and the branch. And there's lots of details. If you start looking, you can see all kinds of little marks and different directions. Most of them are following the shape of the branch, the curve of the outside edge. Now I'm going to add some shadow, and I'm going to blend because this charcoal is nice and soft. You can blend the edges, and you try to make your object look three-dimensional by adding a dark side so it shows the shadow, and some highlight areas that show the white high spots, and some gray areas that show where it's just gently curving. Now I'm going to add in the shape of my rock, going around the outside edge to show you all the different textures on that rock, going inside and trying to observe the different shades of black and gray and all the different lines. I'm going to make a shadow around the outside edge and then blend it with my finger to make it look three-dimensional, like as if it's just a rock sitting here. And now I'm going to add in my shell. It's a round shape. First I'll do the outside edge, and then I'll draw the lines radiating out that are ridges on the shell. I'm going to circle in the center there. I'll just soften it a bit with my finger. Make it look like the sun is coming from one side. And there's my nature drawing. I hope you have fun collecting things and doing a drawing of your own.